Hey there, so today we have another review. This is an interesting one. So this is part of the mixed case of beer that I got from Costco. I had one 6-pack of the Pale Ale, Torpedo, Flipside Red, and then this beer called Snowed In, Winter Warmer Ale. I have no clue about this thing. I went on the website, can't find anything about it. You can go on Untappd, there's no description about it. It doesn't exist on Sierra Nevada website. I found out that apparently the label was created in April, so new beer. But then again, I've never seen it on the shelf outside of this mix pack. So you guys tell me below if you guys comment below if you've seen this beer available. I have no clue where you can get this outside of the mix pack that I bought from Costco. So yeah, it's a winter warmer, 6.5%, so not that big of a beer, but sort of in that kind of winter warmer British tradition where, you know, American breweries will probably make it imperialized like 8, 9, 10%, but 6.5 is pretty big for British beer because you're taxed on your gravity, and gravity generally sticks pretty low. So 6.5 pretty big for them. I know nothing about this beer. Let's take this beer. The beer comes in a wonderful kind of medium brown color. Maybe not quite dark brown, but yeah, medium brown color. A little bit of reddish hue on the edges. Wonderful tan head on that. Looks nice, yeah. Wonderful head creation on that, yeah. Yeah, that smells familiar. It's malt for days. I mean, like, yeah, there's a little bit light cocoa, a little bit of the kind of coffee roastiness, but not quite all the way there. So you're talking about like somewhere in the range of like something like a Founder's Dirty Bastard or Doppelbock or a little bit of brown ale in there. So yeah, those are the familiar things. But yeah, probably the closest analogy I could think of like, aromatically would be some kind of Scotch ale, wee heavy kind of thing. I don't know if there's smoke. I don't think there's smoke in here, but it has a nice robust toasted bread crust character, tons of pumpernickel bread, a little bit of like light coffee chocolate roastiness in here, rye bread in there as well. A little bit of spice character. I don't know if it's like the piney hop character that's in here that's like giving a little bit of like extra. There could be also some rye malt in here possibly. Yeah, smells quite nice. It's rich, you know, brownish ale. Again, it could trick you into double block, wee heavy. They call it winter warmer, so it's in that range. Cheers. Oh yeah, yeah. So pretty fun. Generally, you should suspect the Sierra Nevada beers to be hoppy. This is a malt bomb. Quite malty with a nice balancing bitterness on the back end. Yeah, I mean, great analogy would be something like a Founder's Dirty Bastard. That's the closest thing I could possibly think of. That beer's probably around this ABV, but I want to say that beer's definitely bigger, around a 7-8% beer. Yeah, so definitely not as smooth and liquid bready as Doppelbock. Definitely has an edge of roast to it. Just a hint. I want to say there's maybe a hint of smoked malt in here, just like the smallest amount. But that could just be the little bit of roast malt they put in here. There's something roasty / and or smoky in here that gives a little bit of like light chocolate, roasty edge to it. A little bit of, you know, that like kind of edge, along with that general just like malt beefiness this beer has, right? You're talking about for 6.5, this beer actually drinks probably above its ABV. I would have guessed this beer maybe is around 7.75. It's at 6.65, so it's not a huge beer, but it's huge flavor. It has a lot of impact for a beer that's only 6.5%. Big, just rich, malty, you know, as I wait more, has a little bit of kind of liquid bready thing. So like it's not as smooth as Doppelbock, so it pushes you away from that. But it has the malt richness of a Doppelbock, so just lots of just like toasted bread, Melba toast, rye bread, pumpernickel, almost like malt extract kind of thing going on. And then there's a spicy edge to this beer. I want to say there's rye malt in here, like a good amount of rye malt. If not, then it's got to be hoppiness that gives this beer a little bit earthiness, almost like this eucalyptus thing. I get this eucalyptus thing from rye. So something on here is a little bit spicy, minty, piney. So I don't know if it begins with the hops or the malt or something in there. Has this beautiful edge to it that gives the beer some complexity to it. The beer has a nice kind of medium minus bitterness to sort of balance out that malt sweetness. Not a cloying beer, but rich and malty. Nice balance to it. Again, you get a really nice, rich malt bomb up front. I get like a malt balls as well, a little bit Tootsie Roll, light roast. But then again, that edge of that light roast / smoke thing, and I probably want to guess it's light roast, not smoke. And then also this rye spiciness / earthy bitterness in here also gives it another kind of like finish. So you're balancing those things, and that gives this beer wonderful drinkability and balance. This beer's really good. Excuse me. Wow, it just packs so much punch for 6.5%. It's super drinkable. It's one of those beers that you can sort of like drink and not think about. But also when you think about it, you find these little complexities that it's not just a malt bomb. It has balancing touches to it. And as you wait more, there's just a lingering bitterness on this beer, which I guess maybe stamps it with a little bit of Sierra Nevada going on. But it just helps the beer become really drinkable. There's the sentence about this beer, by the way. This is the best Sierra Nevada beer that nobody knows about. Because I don't know anybody knows about this guy. I can't find it on the shelf. I've never seen this beer. This beer was canned in October, and I've never seen it on the shelf. The only time I've ever seen it was that mixed Costco pack. I can't find any information about this beer. Nobody's really posted anything other than, like, there's only like 1,000 or so. Like, I want to say it's only 1,000. At worst, a few thousand. At most, a few thousand. Untapped ratings on it. There's no articles about it. There's no Sierra Nevada information about it. The Untapped has no information about it. Nobody knows about this beer. There's nothing about this beer. I went on Google. I can't find anything about it other than that the fact that this label was produced in April. I guess they sent it out. Brewed it somewhere in the summer and fall. Well, obviously here they brewed in the fall, and then the beer exists, but it is quite nice, and I like. What is that? That's a really nice malt complexity. I suspect there's rye in here. So, yeah, man. Again, if you're a Founder's Dirty Bastard guy, this is right up your alley. If you like some more malt forward beers, this is really tasty. If you're a double back guy, you're gonna love this guy or gal. I have a hard time finding such malt forward beers this delicious. Hey, but granted, there's some world class ones like produced out of Germany. Orkney Skull Splitter is another delicious one that I can have access to. But this is very tasty. I'm gonna go pretty high. I'm gonna go to solid 96 minus. 96 minus. That is Sierra Nevada Snowed In. This is delicious. The best beer Sierra Nevada produces that nobody knows about. Until next time, cheers later.